Looks like we get to break into a gumball machine. So this needs a new lock. Well, actually she wanted a key made for it, but as we know with most gumball machine locks, it's much easier. Ooh, my phone just decided to do a weird thing there. It's much easier just to replace the lock. In fact, we have this, looks like a beaver machine, and except the lock, once I started looking at it, I was like, oh my gosh, why is my, where's my, oh, okay. Whew. I was wondering why that was going back and forth like that. So this one is interesting because it is a dimple lock. So presumably, like all of these, it screws in, and we'll take a flashlight and look in there. We got two little dimple doodads on each side. Now, I do not have fancy little dimple picks because I'm not cool like you guys. So I'm gonna just try this with this hook. In fact, I'm not really proficient in doing this at all because we very rarely see dimple style locks here. And boom. So what I'm doing there is tightening it. I need to go get my spinner. Okay, so I picked it surprisingly easy, and I'm going to spin it back the other way. Now, of course, with gumball machine locks, you have to, my spinner is getting worn out, so it's pre-springing open. Got to be careful with it in some positions. So I'm gonna put it down in there. Okay, so I spun it once. Now on this lock, I don't know where it's going to re-engage. It may re-engage there. So just to be on the safe side, let's move this back a bit. Go in from the angle here. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to keep on spinning it until it locks back up on me. Okay, we're about back to the position where we know it's going to lock up. So let's hope we keep having good luck here. We are. We are. Spinning, spit, oops. Oh, damn, it locked up. So it locks at the top and bottom for sure. So let's just keep on trying it here. I'm not even in camera, am I? Let's zoom out. Sure. Oops. Pulled my tension tool right out of there. I'm using top of the keyway tension, which I also don't do very often. There's only like 4 little pins in here. But I don't know whether they're top and bottom or this is a very awkward angle to be trying to do this too. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. What was that saying? Don't pick locks in use. We have got something very interesting here. So here would be why you don't pick locks in use, fellas. Here come the springs. See that? And the pins. Oh me, there goes another one. There's another one. There's another one. So we just lost half, fully half of the pins and springs in there. It fell on the floor here. It doesn't really matter other than curiosity's sake, really. But here's one. Two of them. Shit, the phone. Let me go get the phone.
So that'd be the end. Then once we get in, we download the scanner. See, once you get it right there, it should show it right there. Yeah. I know the parts of select we can't scan. Oh yeah.
Have a good one.
All right, you know.
So we've lost fully half of the pins in there. Don't know how that's going to affect opening it, and I also don't know whether that is from somebody like trying to pry it with a screwdriver. I think she may have said, and there is some kind of indentions on the edge of the lock here, so it's entirely possible the customer tried to use a screwdriver to open it and possibly wallowed out those holes enough, maybe, to cause those pins to jump out. But as it is, we see here we are not doing too good with getting it apart anymore. I know there's another pin in the very bottom that you can't see through that, but I can see it flopping around in the bottom down there, and I don't know if that's gonna, see if I can fish it out. These are hollow also. See, I don't know if that pin, because it's in the very back of the keyway. Actually, if I spin this around, it'll fall. It'll fall the other way. Just like that. And then oh, there it goes. Just shot out. Oh, actually, that was just yet another one. So let's just disassemble this bad boy, huh? I'm still in there. but it's in the bottom of the keyhole, so no big deal. Presumably, let me just rattle it a few times and try to get that sucker out. Alright, so it looks like we have some pins left on this side. It feels like the spring is screwed up on that. Ooh-wee. So it may have made it worse when that happened, because the springs and the pins and the little things in there may be just basically jamming up the cylinder, so it wouldn't turn regardless. But we're well on our way to just forcing it open as well, which I'm about to do if this doesn't work. So if you see dimple locks for bubblegum machines for sale, definitely don't get them, because they will tear up. And also with this dimple lock, that keyway is really wide open. Phone again, freaking spam calls. Okay, so what I was saying was, oh shit, another pin just came out. Okay, so we're pretty much disassembling this just by picking it. So what I can see here is the pin that was the first pin is now missing completely. That one I think just fell out. And we've got a spring that's holed up back here. There is only one active pin. So presumably if I get back there and hit that pin, unless another one of these pins is jamming up the cylinder, which is highly likely, then it will turn. So go to the back, push that pin in. Let me find it here. All right, where are you? Where are you? Somewhere. No. Okay, so we've got a pin jamming us up. Obviously. It's not that back one. Let's try going in both directions. Yep, so what we have here is a complete lock fail. And we get to be a little bit more destructive with this sucker now. Let's see. That hole. All these are empty. There is literally only that back pin right there.
Phone drives me crazy.
Okay, so I'm doing what the customer did, obviously before it was brought in to us. That's the bad thing about these little dimple keyways, is it's a perfect screwdriver slot. So if anybody doesn't have a key, they're automatically going to grab a screwdriver and try to do this, which is probably why those pins fell out. Yep, I just worked out the spring that was probably binding us. I think I did anyway. Is that the spring right there? I know that light is blinding, but I need to see way more than y'all. And we can see that is not a false set, that is a set with a spring jammed in the way, or half a pin or something. So I'm just going to try to go in each hole. Probably try a little bit sharper pick, maybe. Alright, let's try this Sparrow's deep hook, which will let me kind of go in each hole and push in. So that's the first hole. Let's put this back down here. Okay, so first hole. Second hole. Third hole. Feels like there's a pin jammed in the way. Let's go to that back. The one that's got the only pin left in it. Check the other side. A lot of flop in the cylinder. Wonder if this would be a better angle from right here. Probably would, so my hand's not in the way. Ooh. Okay, I have another pin just popped up. Well, A lot harder than I thought because of the jam. Oh, so messy. There goes a pen. So now we have everything pretty much just jammed in there. Obviously there's a spring in the way because of how far we're turning here. Some people have said in years past that you could cut down a popsicle stick and moisten it and use it to put down in there and turn it, and it's supposed to impression it. It's a tough spring. Oh, one of them came out. Halfway through, there's a sidebar, looks like. So this is what happens when somebody tries to force their own thing instead of just bringing it in. All that trouble, could have just opened it easily. Oh no, let's try to open it with a screwdriver. And this is what you get when somebody tries forcing open their bubblegum machine. They had messed up the core And I got it to pick once, but then when I started picking it, all the pins started popping out and springs. So I ended up having to do this nonsense. And it is proving to be a very tough lock to drill. So this is a good example of what not to do if you want in your bubblegum machine, because it costs more. Basically having to tear it up from the outside. I think we got it. Did we just get it? Yep, just got it. All right. So this little fella was just pins on the top and bottom. Crappy. And we get to replace that now. Clean the machine out before you yeah, that's their problem. That would be their problem. These are beaver gumball machine locks. This is very similar to a beaver machine. And I did not put that on correctly. Guess it would help to do that correctly. This is, there we go. This screw is so long, and it looks like it's adjustable. So let's see if we can adjust it. Oh, need 2 pair of pliers. wires. There we go. Alright, now we're going to go down. Up, down, up. Hold still. Up, down. Hold still, down. Okay, so that should give us enough room to get it tight. Now you want this tight as possible because when you unscrew the lock, if this isn't tight, this part will unscrew. It'll make it hard to take the lock off. So, let's go with stabilizers. And, oh, that's not the way that goes in. Nope, still a little bit loose. So one more time. Kind of thinking it was going to be still too long. If it didn't have this adjustment capability here, which some of them are just a solid shaft all the way up, you would have to cut the bolt. Oh, that's as short as it'll go. Hope that'll work.